God morgon, god morgon.
Hey.
All right, can you hear the sound now? Yeah, is it good, Julia? Is it a good volume?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. It is Friday morning, so I thought it could be nice with some Benjamin Ingrosso and all night long.
For sure.
All right, so we have lots of people joining here. Great. And let's give it a couple of minutes before we start, so people have time to log in. And it's always fun with some of the AI note takers joining the meetings as well. I went into one meeting where there were more AI note takers than humans in the meeting. But the good thing is that we are recording this session and also transcribing everything that's said, so you will get a recording and a summary after this as well. And I think we can warm up the chat a bit. It's nice to understand who's joining today. So you can open the chat. You have it in the main menu, and then you can write from which city that you're joining. So let's see if we can get the chat working. Yes, Stockholm, Oslo, Stockholm. Lund, härligt Julia.
Wanted to join the party as well.
Gothenburg, Växjö, Sandviken, Södertälje, Nymölla, Karlskoga. Fler från Karlskoga. That's nice. And we virtual days. We have a remote first policy, so we have the team. I think I'm gonna stop doing like that. So at virtual days we have remote first policy. So we have people all over the world. So we have people joining from Pakistan, from South Africa, from Germany, from UK. So we usually start with a weather update every Monday morning when we have the morning meeting. We start with a weather update, but let's not do that today. But it's nice to see everyone here. And as we said when you sign up for this event, we're going to finish before 9, so 8:55 at latest. If you have any meetings at 9, you will have 5 minutes before those meetings. But if you have any questions, please write them in the chat. And Julia and I will stay here after 8:55. We will stay in the meeting and answer any questions that you might have. So let's get started. Oh, and I need to turn off the music for me here as well. All right, so today we're going to talk about Tetra Pak's virtual employee branding event that they call Step Inside Tetra Pak. And the speakers for this event, it's me, Matthias. I'm the CEO of Virtual Days, and then Julia Lopez-Hilber. Julia, do you want to give a short introduction of who you are?
Of course. So yes, I'm Julia. I work in a global team in Tetra Pak focused on talent attraction and sourcing. My role specifically is more focused on what we call emerging talent, which in this case means students and young professionals. And my main focus region, which is the Europe, Middle East, and Africa region.
All right. Exciting role, and we're so glad that you're joining us today, because you told me before this is actually your last day before you go on maternity leave.
So this is the farewell tour.
Exactly. So it's perfect to just before the maternity leave to run a webinar. Great.
Exactly.
And the agenda for today. So I'm gonna tell a bit about the background with the partnership between us and Tetra Pak, and then short about virtual days. Then we're gonna talk more about the event. You will get a short demo of the Tetra Pak event as well. We're gonna talk about the marketing, how important that is, and how we succeeded with the marketing. And then obviously, given that we're doing this online, you get a lot of data. So we're going to go through the data and the learnings as well. And then in the end, we have a Q&A. Hope that sounds good. A few words about virtual days. So we talk about virtual recruitment, human connection in this AI-driven world where all the candidates are using AI to create their resumes, and recruiters also use AI to screen the resumes. We think it's important with the human connection. And when we talk about this sort of more young professional target group, the newly graduates and so on, I think you meet quite a lot of them, and you need to meet quite a lot of them, and that can be hard to meet all of them physically, especially if you're like Tetra Pak in so many different countries around the world. So then it's very smooth to do it virtual. So we focus on virtual employee branding and recruitment events, and also webinars. And we also run virtual career days, which is the largest career event in Sweden with a community of 300,000 students and graduates. And we work closely with Microsoft. So we're an AI partner to Microsoft, and also SOC 2 certified. And as I mentioned, we have a team all over the world with our remote first policy. And we started to work with Tetra Pak back in 2024. And you joined the virtual career days. And here you can see Tetra Pak's booth in virtual career days. And Julia, you've been to maybe 5 or 6 virtual career days. What's your experience of being an exhibitor at virtual career days?
Yeah, at this point, it's been quite a few. So yeah, you can see me and my colleague Sandra looking very happy here. And I think from the get-go, we wanted to try this out, as Matthias mentioned earlier, just for us to be able to reach a broader audience. This was mainly focused for the Swedish market at the beginning, but the setup and the possibilities that we saw was really just great. And then, of course, discussing it on a wider scale then became something else. But we were very happy with everything, and also, of course, with the collaboration with Virtual Career Days, which has been great from the beginning.
Oh, thank you, thank you. And it's usually a good start to join virtual career days. It's quite easy. And then you got so excited, so you decided to do your own event, Step Inside Tetra Pak. Do you want to say a few words about this event?
Of course, yes. So our aim for this event was to build awareness, because in Sweden, Tetra Pak is quite well known, but in the target group that we chose, which was the EMEA region, as I mentioned earlier, uh, we do need to build awareness on another level. So we wanted to make sure that we had something for everyone, focusing on students and graduates in this case as well. So we had live sessions with leaders from the company, and also alumni from our trainee program, and then of course the possibility to chat to colleagues, which is such a great way to just give a little bit of a flavor of what you can actually do at Tetra Pak, which is our constant challenge. People know the company, but you can't necessarily see exactly yourself and what you can actually work with at Tetra Pak. So this is a great way to reach out with these kind of messages. And I think we succeeded in what we wanted for the purpose.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And here's a short video of your nice environment. Let me see if I can play it as well. Exactly. You chose to take, we have Stockholmsmässan as one of our environments, but we going to listen to this. So we have this as one of our standard environments, but then we made it Tetra Pak branded. You can also, if you want, you can get your own office building or whatever building that you want. But we have a few standard buildings that are quite easy to set up. And now we're going into one of the live sessions, and all of the sessions were lots of engagement and lots of people joining all of the webinars that you had. Here's one of them.
I think it was
That
great as well, just to have the sessions recorded as well, so people could catch up afterwards if they weren't able to get a spot in the webinar.
and this must be your most funny colleague who's doing the gimmick in the booth.
I think he thinks that he's popping out from behind the desk.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So you had the 3 live sessions, and I think that was pretty good. Yeah, and also 3 different booths where you could see the different areas. So I think that's a really good partnership and good execution, I must say. And then if you come to one of the most important things, obviously the platform looks great, but you need to have candidates joining the event. That's the most crucial thing when you do things like that. And then we had a really good partnership when it comes to the marketing of the event. So obviously, Tetra Pak, you've been doing a lot of work when it comes to your brand guidelines and your graphic design and so on. And then we use that to create all of the content for the marketing. Do you want to say a few words, Julia, about marketing?
Of course, yeah, I think this was really key for us, being a big company with strict guidelines on marketing. It was very important that we were aligned from the beginning, but the result was fantastic, and now we have all of this great material that we can use. Also, just defining which different channels to use, and being able to track it. I think we'll get to that a little bit later, but that was really valuable for us as well, just to see where we have the biggest reach and so on.
Yes, and let's have a look at numbers because, as I said earlier, that's obviously one of the strong things when you're doing things online. You can measure the results. So here you can see the results. Do you wanna guide us through the results, Julia?
Course, yeah. So these are results that we are very proud of. So we managed a great outreach. So we had over 1,500 total registrations, with 689 people actually visiting from 63 countries, which is more than I think we could have hoped for. Not only the EMEA region, but this is just great for us because it's countries where Tetra Pak is also active in. So not something bad. We had over 3,000 chat messages, which means that me and the colleagues were very busy during the day. But we were very happy about that as well, just being able to answer as many questions as possible. We had lots and lots of webinar views, and as I mentioned earlier, they were recorded, so they were able to watch it afterwards as well, which makes the numbers make sense. And this one was also very impressive. I think just the attendance in average, that people spent quite a lot of time in the event. The event, we had it from 9 o'clock in the morning till 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and then it was open for a week after, so people could tune in afterwards. But I think for the live sessions and for the chat, was when the actual event was live. I think this is great. Shows that people were interested in everything that we had to offer and all the content and so on. So we're super happy about it. And then just a little bit of where people wanted to go, but I think it looks. This is sort of what we expected, I think,
Mhm.
with the booth visits and webinar views.
Yeah, I think it's a really impressive number. And I think it was perfect. This is your first own event. I think it was perfect not to do too many things. You had 3 live sessions. You had the 3 different booths. I think it was a good session for the first event. And then if we look at the marketing channels, obviously we measure everything here. So you had a few different marketing channels. You want to walk us through the channels that you were using?
Of course. So partly we had I'm sure you can talk more about that, but we had the help of you guys doing the marketing and your huge network, mostly in Sweden. So it was more up to us to make sure that we got the international
Mhm.
audience. But we used our talent pool, sending out emails. We did marketing on LinkedIn as well, and not really sure which Tetra Pak email marketing or Tetra Pak marketing belongs to which one, but if you put them together,
Yeah.
you get a good number of people reached, and I think it's quite apparent as well from the graph that uh, beginning of November we sent out an email
Yeah.
and people registered.
Yeah.
So it's really interesting to see these numbers and also to know that people actually register as soon as they get the information and not waiting to register closer to the event. So that's also something for next time.
Exactly. So the event was on the 6th of November, and you did this send out maybe on the 3rd, so just a few days before the actual event. Yeah.
Exactly. And then, of course, we had the great help of you guys as well. As soon as people were registered, but the event sent out reminders like
Yeah.
the event is this week and the event is tomorrow and so on, so that people wouldn't forget about it. And I think that also made a huge difference.
Yeah, it's always good with a reminder. I email a lot of the people in this webinar now. I have to send a reminder to quite a few to to get you to join. So I think that's important when you run events to send the reminders, for sure. And
Exactly.
I think this list or this picture is pretty cool
Yeah.
with the candidate reached from 63 different countries.
Yeah, so it's quite a widespread. It's really good. I think the sort of top countries is in the EMEA region, which is just as intended. And then, of course, we have lots and lots of other countries as well. Sweden being the biggest one represented, not surprisingly, but then reaching out to people all over the world is really just what the event was supposed to be about and what Tetra Pak is about largely. So great results.
Yeah. And do you want to say a few words? I'm not sure if you already know, but about the plans for next year regarding events. So what are your thoughts?
Oh yeah, so this feels like the beginning, and what we are hoping to do is to use this to do both more targeted events, because this was really just an event for awareness, but maybe
Mm.
just to target specific markets or specific target groups a bit more, and also sharing this with our international colleagues. As I mentioned, I'm in an international team, so I have colleagues in Americas and in India who are, widely inspired by all of the this information and the results of this event. And now that we have the platform as well, we want to keep using it and see what we can do. So I have colleagues in the Americas that are very interested in this.
That's nice to hear. And do you have any recommendations, Julia, to the people listening here today if they are interested in doing their own events? Do you have any advice? What should you do?
Really good question. I think to start planning well in advance,
Mm.
to really structure what you want to get out of it and how you want it to look, and then just go from there. I think it can be a bit overwhelming because there are literally endless possibilities with what you guys
Yeah.
can sort of help us with. So sort of structure it from the beginning and then just have a bit of a plan, but also be very open-minded with the results and everything. And I think for us, this is such a success story because this is better than we could have imagined. But we didn't know that from the beginning, so you got to start somewhere.
Yeah, definitely. And we're super pleased with the partnership with you. I think it's been a great team effort, both from our team and from your team. We've done this
Definitely.
together, and that's exactly how we like to work with our partners. So thank you
Yeah.
for that.
No,
Um,
thank you. And just to add as well for the advice, I think just like get take all the help that you can get and really like let you guys do what you do best, which is structuring these type of events and building these environments. And it's very much worth it.
Thank you for that, Julia. And let's see, it's 10 minutes to 9, so actually I have 5 minutes left. Do you have any questions? If you want, you can, I think you can activate your camera and mic if you want to ask a question, or you can write any questions that you have in the chat. And it's okay if you want to write the question in Swedish, it's fine as well. We can translate it. Otherwise, it seems like exactly we understand Swedish exactly. Okay, let's see. Maybe it was so clear that we don't have any questions.
Exactly. Everyone's just so inspired.
Exactly. Just thinking about their next event.
Exactly.
Yes, Fredrik, sounds like an excellent event. It really was. And how long time did it take to plan the event?
I think I sort of looked at this yesterday. So I think we started to overview and look at the structure in May, having the event beginning of November, and then of course we're being located in Sweden as well. So we had sort of like a time period during the summer where we didn't plan actively. But I think for just marketing channels and so on, just to have a plan a little bit beforehand is a good idea.
I can show a quick picture regarding that as well. Okay, how did you first come in contact with Virtual Days?
That's
Do you
a really
remember?
good question. Um, I think I would imagine you talking to us.
Yeah, I think it was one of my colleagues
Yeah,
contacting you and setting up a meeting. Yeah, I think that was the
exactly.
first.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's and yeah, I blame time because this was a while ago, and I also blame the pregnancy brain
Yeah.
for not remembering. Thank you for the
Exactly.
question, though.
Exactly. And I can show you how we usually do it. So we usually say that you need at least like a 10-week timeline to plan an event. So it's to decide on doing it, and then having a startup meeting with us, and then choose your environment. And then if you want you completely bespoke environment, if you want us to do 3D rendering of your office and so on, that takes a bit longer. But if you use one of our standard environments, we build it and create the content for a few weeks, and then maybe 4 weeks before the event, starting with the marketing. But I think that the last couple of weeks are the most important ones. And then final preparations and dry runs, and then we always have live support during the event. I think that's important. And then as important as well is the follow-up after the event as well. So you can go through all the statistics and the results. So that's how it looks like. Let's see, we have some more questions here. Any participant stories to share? Great insights to date. I think we should do that. We've done it for virtual career days. We've done some video interviews with candidates, which I think says more than just the numbers. But we haven't done it yet for Tetra Pak. Maybe we should send out that question to a few of the candidates, right?
That would be great. Other than that, we only got like spontaneous reactions. Of course, lots of people adding us on LinkedIn, letting us know what they thought about the event, that it was a really good experience and a great way to learn more. So, but not any specific ones.
No, exactly, and that's something we said in the follow-up after the meeting. Like next time, we're gonna make sure to evaluate the event as well, so the participants and also the people involved get to answer the feedback survey that we have built in the platform. Exactly. Fredrik is mentioning that they're hosting a big franchise day franchise day in March in the platform. We're really looking forward to that, Fredrik.
Right, amazing.
David asked how many did you hire? But obviously this wasn't a pure recruitment event. This was more of an
Oh, exactly.
awareness event. So yeah.
Exactly, but I think that it's a good question, and I think lots of people attending the event, we're looking for opportunities. So what we can see now, and I think this sort of goes into Christine's question as well, how we were able to measure the impact, which is always super tricky. But I think just having this big event and making a lot of noise, it also sort of goes through. So we have seen a lot of engagement in our other activities that we have done after this, that we promoted during this event. And we also have ads out now for our trainee program, and we have lots and lots of applicants, and definitely some familiar faces from the event. So not a number per se, but I think it definitely shows that the event makes a difference.
Perfect. I think that was some good final words for this webinar. It's 5 minutes to 9. But as I said, Julia and I, we will stay here if you have more questions. But thank you everyone so much for joining, and special thanks to you, Julia, doing this on your final day before the maternity leave. And
Very happy to.
if someone wants to come in contact with you, I know Tetra Pak, you're quite active on LinkedIn, so obviously you can look for Julia on LinkedIn and connect with her, and she'll get back to you in a year or so.
Exactly. And it's also a good way to find my other colleagues if you
Yeah.
want to connect. So happy to do that. And thanks everyone for joining.
Thank you.
Thank you, Linda.